we are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 100th episode of Respect the Craft. Holy shit, we made it to 100 episodes. Okay. But here we go. We are joined by a very special guest here. To some, he was known as the Rogue. To others, he was known as the One Above All. Most recently known as Dr. Sleep. But to me, he is my best friend, Anthony Gangone. How's it going, brother?
100 episodes, right? I thought they would have canceled this shit by now.
I thought so as well. I'm surprised. You know what it is? They're going to wait till like the first 10 minutes in, and then that's it. They're pulling the plug on us.
Oh, great. So glad that I get to hear your podcast voice for this thing.
Hey, I got to switch it up a little bit for this, at least. You know my real voice. They don't. But here we go, guys. 100 episodes in. Before we get started, I have to thank everyone for supporting us, getting this far, and 200 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you all for supporting. But let's get into it. So, Ant, before I ask you any questions here, before we do any of the promoting we got to do, I have to ask you the question I ask everyone that comes on. You heard the name of the podcast. When you hear the term the craft, what does that mean to you?
Oh, man. Well, I mean, Ray, I don't know. I was trying to come up with some stupid thing to say. Honestly, the craft for me this is an art form that you try to connect on an emotional level that goes beyond just entertaining someone. There you go. Is that
Hey,
all right? Is that what a halfway answer for you?
hey, that works. I was waiting for you to say the movie answer because I thought from
What's
you
the?
I would get. There's a 1996 movie, The Craft.
Oh yeah.
I thought you would give me that
I'm
answer.
not. I'm not part of the oven.
But here we go. We got Wes and Kyle saying hello. Thank you guys for joining us. Enjoy the conversation here.
What's up,
And
guys?
he's starting early already. Jesus, this kid. We put him over earlier. Now he already has to start with the comments.
Oh! We talk about Nikolai White, who thinks
Yes.
he's some big man because he did some dive the second time and went up to Valentina and said some shit that I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. We're talking about that guy. He wants to be fucking Rick Rude type character now. Is that we're talking about Nikolai White, that guy? I got something special for him. It don't mean that has to happen at Project either. So he better watch his back. And this is some toxic male shit that we're about to be doing because Valentina can handle her own shit, her own problems. But when I see you, Nikolai, you and I are gonna talk.
Well then, I guess let's get into that. Let's start about Project because it just happened this Saturday. Escape from New York, as you were part of Team Titan Championship Wrestling. Look at that team right there. Round one was successful. Clean sweep. You guys eliminated standalone wrestling without breaking a sweat, if you will. And then the pieces of the puzzle just started to crumble. So, could you explain for everyone watching at home what the hell happened?
Yeah. Well, you just posted that picture. That's the picture you take on picture day, right before you go to the parking lot finding your friends. That's the exact picture you take. Yeah, exactly. Team Titan, they post this like it's something to brag about. Oh, Team Titan, the only one that can beat Team Titan is themselves, as if that's something to brag about. We lost. That ain't nothing to brag about. And we lost as me as team captain and the main champion. And I am not happy about that. We took that first round clean sweep. The only team to go ahead, all four members, all the way to the finals, right? Then the finals, we got Merc being attacked. Somehow, Ray Kalitri's there. Shows up. They even thanked this. They even thanked this guy on that post as if he didn't walk out, as if he didn't hockey tonk man us, as if he didn't bad news brown us. He just walked out of the match. Then you have PJ and you have Steve Mack who get into it because their egos are so huge. They couldn't be a team one night. One night. That's all I needed. That's all Titan needed. One night. And they couldn't do that. So then I had to go in there. caused some eliminations myself, but ultimately the deck was stacked against me. And I don't like losing. And I think everyone in Titan should be upset. I think Billy should be upset. I think Charlie should be upset. Every fan should be upset. Every wrestler should be upset that we couldn't for one night just be a damn team. But we're out here bragging about it like we beat ourselves. Nah, I wanted the victory. I wanted that cup. And we didn't get it. And now I got to go into the next Titan show. I got to look at Rick Recon. I got to take it out on him. And then I got to talk to Billy. I got to talk to Charlie. I got to talk to Steve Mack. I got to talk to PJ. I don't know what the hell's going on with Merc. It's just it was unnecessary. It was disappointing because we had the best team. We had the team that should have won the whole damn thing. We had experience. We had the toughness. We had the future with us, and we still lost. And that just can't happen. And I'm not happy about it.
I
It's
can imagine not. Especially you were down to the final three separate teams, as it was you representing Team Titan. You had Vulture Squad's Ghost Shadow, and then you had an unexpected TJ Marconi and Sebastian Cage in there. It was so close. But again, unfortunately, the team just broke down, like we said.
Yeah, and I want to remind, even though this was all disappointing and upsetting, I want to remind you that with one hand, I knocked Nikolai's ass out, and I pinned his ass.
Hey, you did. You did eliminate Nikolai, so that increases your score again. That win is now 1-1. So here we go. So there you go with that. But let's get into some more positive news. Also, in the past few weeks, you've making a trip to the island of paradise, if you will, La Isla del Encanto. You were in Puerto Rico. So how was that for you, getting to go across the waters here and getting to go to some paradise?
Yeah, it was a first time experience for me. I went there representing BCW. I took the Grand Dragon Championship with me. It was myself. There you go. A little picture of myself and the owner, Anthony Cole, out in Puerto Rico. We did it big. First time in a six-sided ring. First time defending that championship. First time in Puerto Rico. And your boy got the W.
Hey, there you go.
I'm adaptable, Ray.
Hey, I didn't doubt you, but that is quite a feat right there. Debut in Puerto Rico, getting the win. And hey, a six-sided ring was pretty cool too. So
First time ever. I didn't go there beforehand. I didn't check the ring out. Once that bell rang, that was the first time my feet were in that mat.
how's the crowd reaction for you though? I can imagine they weren't as flattering as the tri-state area fan.
They called me the White Devil when I went there, Ray. These old ladies were getting their seats. It was pandemonium. The rafters, they couldn't contain what was going on. Some of the ladies, they wanted to kiss me, Ray. Some of them wanted to stab me. But I survived and I got that W because my eyes are on the prize. My eyes are with the business. My eyes is getting to better places, retaining and the money, and I gotta make Chris Nana happy.
There you go. That's exactly where we're going to transition with that because unfortunately, Prince Nana was a little bit busy. He had to get ready for Ring of Honor. But again, he's been with you to be able to win that championship. We got that picture right there. Where in one night, congratulations are in order, you were able to win not one, not two, but three separate matches in order to win that Grand Dragon Championship. So quite a feat right there. So how was that for you doing that in one night and being able to do it with Prince Nana in your corner?
I mean, it was the thing is in BCW, my career prior to that was not great. I lost every single match. This tournament allowed me to get my wins back and get a championship back. And that's exactly what I did because Prince Nana gave me the ultimatum. He said, "You got to win this or else I ain't going to be here." So the first round, Daniel Alexander took him out. Then you got the loudmouth, Jay Bougie, talking about how great he is, how he's on this list and that list. I don't care. I knocked his ass out too. Then you had Darius Carter, the golden boy, the man that some people say I was in there in his shadow. And I took him and we wrestled maybe 20 minutes out there and we put out a clinic and I still beat him. I still put his ass to sleep. The All Father's still sleeping probably inside that ring after that day. And I just want to let everybody know that we do have BCW this Saturday. and I'm looking around. It seems like I'm the only champion. Marina Shafir, I don't know where she's at. Right, she's on TV. She can't come down. Then you got the blonde force trauma. I don't know where they're at. You got Lala's there. I guess there's one woman's champion. But then where's everybody else? So I'm the one that's gonna take BCW. I'm gonna put it on my back, and we're gonna go all the way. And we're gonna make big things happen in 2023. Because if big things happen for me, big things happen for BCW.
There you go. And that continues this Saturday as you'll be defending that Grand Dragon Championship against Saeed Al Sabah. Your thoughts going into that one? This man has been known to be very acrobatic and very aerial in there. So I guess the ground game is going to be your best friend on Saturday.
Yes, Saeed, like the type of wrestler he is, I respect immensely because he don't look like anybody else. He don't dress like anybody else. He don't walk like anybody else. He goes in there. He has a unique move set, which I can respect as well. So I'm watching his matches, and I know there's a lot of things he can throw at me that maybe I'm not prepared for, but I am adaptable, and I'm looking to get my second win as champion. But I don't look down upon him. I actually respect what he does. But unfortunately, once you're my opponent, I gotta take you out. I gotta take you down because it's either me or you, and I ain't gonna disappoint myself.
All right, there you go. Well, we did skip over one night because before you get to Saeed on Saturday, you'll be in action this Friday in College Point, New York, as it will be remarkable. Remarkable Wrestling's How Soon Is Now. It's going to be a little bit of the result zone, if you will, as you're teaming up with Joe Ocasio against Kono and the returning Sicilian Slammer himself, Fabio. Your thoughts going into this tag team matchup where seems like Joe Ocasio's stirring the pot a little bit. Now you're some mercenary backup here, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, me and Joe have known each other a long time. We've been to war together. That's why we respect each other. That's why we're on a tag team together. And I know Joe has some problems with Kono, and now the Sicilian Slammer wants to step in. Now, this match is unique. One, when Whitestone, we're in Queens, my old stomping grounds. I'm very excited about that. So, anyone that's seen me in Queens, seen me in the boroughs, please come out to this because it's very important. I haven't wrestled in Queens in a long time, and I'm not looking to disappoint. Now, when it comes to Fabio, I don't know if you guys know his situation, but um, he was on dialysis. He was having organ failure, and he was able to get a replacement. But basically, I don't want people to. I want people to understand that he was on death's door. If he didn't get that replacement, for a lot of people, they're not going to last a long time. Not only did he get that replacement, but now he's going to be in the ring. It's really inspirational, for him to receive essentially no from a lot of people, and then to be in this match to help Kono, it's something bigger than wrestling, really. And unfortunately, I'm in this position where it's a privilege that his first match back, I'm involved with because, like I said, it is bigger than wrestling. It's bigger than just a match. This is someone's life. This is someone overcoming. But at the same time, I can't just go out there and just lay down for him. You know, once you're in that ring, once that bell rings, like I said prior, you're my opponent. And if it's between you and I'm going to pick myself every single time.
Hey, I can't blame you there, especially again. I can imagine Joe wants a win this Friday, so unfortunately, there's no room for mercy, if you will. So there you go. But here we go. We have another comment here. Walter Diaz saying hi. I guess he's looking to pick some noses too after putting you on his list of people he wants to compete with next year. So
Which he said and confirmed that I'm number one. Okay? So out of everybody, he wanted to wrestle me in the ring the most. Just let's keep that out there.
I don't know why he would do that when he's not on the best winning streak right now. So I'm not sure if he's trying to.
He expects to wrestle him in a scramble match. He is the king of those battle royals.
I guess so. There you go. Maybe that's what it is. He wants to be around you in the ring, but hopefully it's in the scramble format.
Mhm.
So there you go. But okay, so from there, let's now go into a little bit more of. Hold on one sec. Why is that? Technical difficulties again, folks. Sorry about that.
Are you? Is someone trying to get in here?
It
Someone
seems
trying to
like
talk-
it. Someone's hacking into us.
Oh,
We gotta love it. See, I think it's Nikolai White hacking into us. That's all it is.
oh, come on. We both know Nikolai's not smart enough for that.
Uh, so let's get into this. We talked about how he was in your corner. Let's talk a little bit about how the relationship started with you and Prince Nana, especially as you've been deemed the approved member of the embassy by the late great Jimmy Rave. How did that relationship start between you two, and especially what it means to have that blessing from Jimmy Rave?
Yeah, I mean, me and Nana, I've known him, you know, close to 8 years probably now. First time I met him was at ICW, Jack Sabbath's promotion. After that, we would kind of be in touch. And when I was working at CZW, I reached out to him about doing a deal because I was talking to Jimmy Rave about it. And at the time, I believe this was right when Nana was no longer involved with Ring of Honor. So that deal happened. And it was really cool to be a part of a segment, one of Jimmy's final segments, with Prince Nana being there, you know. And Nana's been a real mentor to me throughout. Nana's given me great advice. Nana has been there to be a supporter of mine throughout. And this isn't just, hey, I'm part of the embassy. I was a fan of the embassy. I had the Ring of Honor DVDs. I enjoyed what they did. I enjoyed what Nana did. Everything from the when he was a wrestler in Ring of Honor, which I guess maybe a lot of people don't know that. Um,
I was gonna
to,
say I feel like a lot of people forgot he was a wrestler as well.
yeah, to the best version so far of the embassy with Abyss and Alex Shelley and Jimmy Rave and Prince Nana. Then the Eric Stevens situation with Necro Butcher, Bison Smith. Then the whole deal that he was doing with Dijak and then Homicide and Kingston. And here we are now. Nana once again, a true journeyman of wrestling, once again on top. You know, once again, the embassy has gold on TV. And it's really incredible especially in a day and age that managers aren't as important as they used to be. When it comes to Jimmy, I was very lucky to have met Jimmy when I did. Um, Now, let me preface this by saying that Jimmy had a lot of issues going on with his life, with his health and all that. And to work in the capacity that I did with Jimmy, which was basically multiple times every week for whatever it was, a year and a half, 2 years, and for him to speak to me besides just wrestling and during his his harder times when his health was declining, I tried to stay in touch with him, and sometimes it was hard to because he wouldn't write back and things of that nature. But I was very lucky that the final month or so of his life, I was able to be in even more contact with him. And then this whole embassy deal happened, and for me, believe it or not, I'm a bit old school, but I like to ask people permission when I can for things. And I asked Jimmy if I can do this whole embassy deal, and he gave me his blessing. And when great things were happening in my career at the time, he was a text away, and he was uh, very happy about what was going on. And I was, in a way, wanted to have his legacy live through me at the time too. with nods and things of that nature, and respecting where the embassy was. And yeah, it was just a very strange, surreal situation when you think about it. Um, and I do miss him a lot, and not just in a wrestling sense, but he was one of the first when you had people kind of running my name through the dirt for no reason but their ego. Jimmy was one of the veterans that listened to me and gave me an ear when maybe I doubted myself when I shouldn't have. So it was very he was very important in my life, and hopefully through wrestling, even as a human, uh, I can be the best parts of Jimmy, everything that he taught me. So
There you go. And definitely, I can imagine he's looking down and definitely proud of what you're continuing to accomplish, and especially again living that name on and continuing not only with the embassy what Nana's doing in Ring of Honor at the moment, which that's still insane to think there's a version of the embassy now living on in a new era of Ring of Honor, but also what you're doing on the independent circuit as well, taking the embassy name as well on other brands and getting for people to remember the embassy.
mhm.
But here we go. We got the big Buffa in the chat saying a dope dude right there. I would assume he's talking about you right there.
Yeah, well, it ain't you, Ray. Talking about me. Love
Eh,
Desmond's killing it out there. Gabriel, Sky, and Ty. I don't need to tell them. Everyone's telling them anyway. But they remind me a lot when right before I was doing Beyond and all that, when we were really hitting the pavement, and all we wanted to do is have great matches, and we thought great matches were going to keep our roster spot. And they remind me a lot of that, and I respect them a lot. How hard they work and how they let their work speak for themselves. And I know that there are even bigger things on the horizon for them. But I'm going to be right there with them. So don't think that I'm stopping here.
I was gonna say you're right there with them, but definitely I always say they have that crazy hunger that it's like it's scary how they're still that young too. Like they're just starting up, so it's amazing to see talent like that.
Shout out to Percy Ryan, too, the jawline of professional wrestling. You should shout him out, too, intern.
I forgot about that. Wait, I was also supposed to shout out Silky Smooth, who told me unfortunately he's handling some Kane Industry business, so he couldn't watch live, but
Yeah,
he'll be
shout
checking out
Kane, too.
definitely the boss man himself. So again, check out Kane Industries and VPW, which there's a rumor. Hopefully, it's true. You'll be returning to VPW sometime in February, but it remains to be seen if
I,
the
I,
boss can
I,
get us in.
I mean, there's no graphic, and if it ain't on a graphic, don't mean it's real. But I could confidently say that I will be returning to VPW relatively soon.
There you go. That's again. That's a little bit of a teaser for you guys. Again, graphic coming soon. I feel like after the podcast, that's when the graphic is just gonna pop up. Like, yeah, he was right. He's coming back in February.
You hear that, radio? John Radio, put that shit out.
There you go. Well, there's a little bit of conspiracy. That's what Adam Kane likes to say. There's a conspiracy going on with any member of Kane Industries and VPW. So I guess we have to wait.
I think Jeff Jarrett's involved.
Uh, well, he doesn't like Adam Kane. We've seen what happened the last time Jeff Jarrett stood in the ring with Adam Kane. It didn't end well.
No, not
So,
at all.
but a matchup we can confirm. I guess let's talk about this because it's been an ongoing feud for the last year in Catalyst Wrestling. One of the shows we'll be a part of next year. It culminates at Rock the Bells here. It's going to be you versus Twitch. I guess that's his name now. He was an intern. Now he's known as Twitch. He has some sort of makeup on his face. I'm not sure what's happening to this poor kid. But representing the Hudson County Horror Show, it's you versus Twitch. Your thoughts on just this ongoing feud? Zach Amico does not want to leave you alone. It just keeps going.
Yeah, I mean, to feed into more conspiracies. As far as the makeup, we all know it was Kevin Sullivan that did. So that's what when it comes down to that, that's what that deal is. Yeah, I mean Twitch, Lucas, I don't. He writes some weird. I mean, he's a weird dude to begin with, He writes some weird stuff on Twitter. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? He thinks he knows what he's speaking about, but um, basically, what the deal was that I thought better of Lucas, in the sense of not mentor or I'm older than you or any of that garbage, any of that toxic garbage. It was, hey, you have this guy. He's telling you what to do. I think you could do better. So why don't you do better? And somehow it turned into this weird situation where Lucas thinks that I let him down, or I did this, or I left him out to dry. So what we do in wrestling is real simple. We have an issue, so let's settle it, excuse me, in the ring, and that's what we're gonna do. And this is the first time that I've had a singles match in Catalyst in quite some time, and I'm not looking to make this go to waste. And if I can teach Lucas or Twitch a lesson in all this, then I'm happy to do that as well. And Zach Amico, I mean, this has been going on for years now. It's like never ending, but there will be an end to all this. One way or another, there's going to be an end to all this.
Hopefully so. Again, we saw what happened to, unfortunately, to Kid Bandit. They were a little bit of a casualty of war the last time all of you were in the ring. Hopefully, again, you can come out unscathed in this battle with Twitch. But you never know what happens with all the members of the Hudson County Horror Show just roaming the area.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I have to keep an eye on. I was fortunate enough to have people watch my back the last few times I was there. I don't know how this is gonna work out. Whatever it is, I gotta be prepared for it, and that's what I'm gonna be.
There you go. And again, that's a way to start off 2023. But another event we can confirm, still not, we can't confirm what match, but we can confirm an event as Full Fave Wrestling is going to be returning next year. They're going to be throwing a fundraiser event with the wrestling club. That's been a phenomenon right now on the in the wrestling Twitter and the wrestling scene. And the Result Zone will be there. You'll be there with Joe Ocasio. You have Marty Flames. You have Caesar Bononi. It's a great group right there. But there's some things going on as well with Full Fave Wrestling. I'm not sure if you saw. They're looking for a new GM, so that may also be announced on that night. So
Yeah, I saw that you're interested, Ray. Is
I
that
might have thrown my name in there.
yeah?
Could have happened.
Well, I gotta talk to some people and maybe tell them not to put you as the GM, because I think you'd be unfair and unbalanced as a GM, and I don't think you could do your job correctly. You're friends with way too many people. You're gonna start doing favors for people, and I don't like that. So I don't know if you should be GM.
But I'm your friend. That would help you.
I mean, if you're gonna just get matches, then I think it's a great idea.
Well, let's hope Full Fave doesn't hear that part. I'll
Mm-mm.
be an unbiased GM, everyone.
No, we want you to be biased towards me.
Well, we're supposed to say we're unbiased. That's how the game works. We say unbiased, but then we do stuff backstage.
Oh, so
That's
you're
how GMs usually do it.
saying that you say one thing and you do another. I think you're
Yes.
perfect.
Just like every GM in wrestling. That's how it works. Usually
Tag
don't have
team match player.
I was gonna say you usually don't like GMs though. I've seen what happens and you
I,
usually put them through tables.
I don't
So
like I don't like to be told what to do. Um, so yeah, you're right. I do have an issue with all that. So
yeah, let's
I,
make peace with that.
I'll try, boy Ray.
Let's try to make peace with that. But okay. So from there, we've talked about places you're going. You've talked about places you've been. So let's start this question now. Let's talk about 2023 is right around the corner. What is some places you're looking to make that mark of yours for next year?
Yeah, I mean it's the same every year. I gotta get to bigger places. I gotta get to places that I could be seen in a mass way, and that's what I plan to do. Um, this year was more laying down the foundation, the building blocks to show what I can do, and now it's time to just do it. As simple as that.
Gotcha. No, and definitely we've definitely gotten to see that. Especially I've gotten to see that So my next question with that has been, is for you, how important has it been to remain innovative in that ring? Because I feel like that's something that everyone that watches you, everyone that is a fan of you, can say that they've never seen you remain stagnant with your move set, with your look. How important is that for you when it comes to the presentation, not only in the ring, outside of the ring, just the whole outlook of it all?
Yeah, I mean, I've been in wrestling a good amount of time and in life, and I'm the type of person that I get. I don't know if bored is the right word, but I want to constantly evolve. You got to constantly evolve. Wrestling's not the same that it was when I first started, and I got to constantly evolve with my look. And I've tried every look in the book, and there's still a lot of looks that I want to try. Um, but I want people to have an experience when they're with me and maybe not know exactly what they're going to get every show. Maybe one show I'll be dressed this way or I'll wrestle this type of way. I'm more of a hybrid than anything else. That's why sometimes I get annoyed about when people kind of try to put me in a box or say I'm this kind of person or this kind of wrestler, and it's not that at all. It's whatever I decide to be that day, whatever I need to adapt to being that day, whether it's my opponent, my environment, whatever the case is. And I think that that is one of the best things about me is that I'm able to do that and be so many different things while still remaining myself.
Well, I was gonna say, just look at the intro alone. We've seen that evolution progress in you, but you still remain that constant. I guess the base remains, but then you just see a little bit of enhancements or that evolution process continue with you in the ring and as a character in the ring.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's still Rogue in me. There's still one above all in me. There's still Dr.Sleep in me. There's every version of me is still a part of me, and still Crusade in me and all that. So everything speaks to a little piece of me, and all together, it's me. That sounds like some shit Eminem would say. I don't know.
Hey, it worked though. But here we go. We have another comment here from Antonella saying she wants to see you versus Black G's.
Yeah,
That would be a good match.
me and G's have passed each other up multiple times in some videos. Kind of
Yeah, I
been
was gonna say you guys keep just like passing right by in promos. I'm not
It's
sure.
crazy how we're in the same area all the time. We're rocking the same places all the time. But I got respect for G's. He's doing big things in NWA. He's always been a player in every aspect of wrestling. Keeps getting better. Keeps doing bigger things in his career, especially how long he's been doing it. So I respect that a lot. But like I said, once we're in that ring, he's an opponent, and I got to step over him.
All right, there you go. But here we go. Now we got a message from Coltrane here. I hope you get the reference here. Are we gonna assault Precinct 13?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the way he put it makes it sound like we're about to we're about to cause some ruckus somewhere. Yeah. I mean, Coltrane and I, whenever we do stuff together, it's very Carpenter inspired, and I know that he's been wanting to do some stuff involving that. So, hopefully we'll get to do it.
That's definitely gonna be a dope visual there. But again, stay tuned, everyone. Stay tuned. Well, the last promo he did with you, for some reason, I was in an alley and I found your promo. I'm not sure how that happened. I was just in an alley somewhere for some reason.
What you need to hang out in better places, Rick. I don't
Uh,
know. You took the wrong turn after church. Let me tell
I,
you.
I don't know what happens again. It takes a while to escape from New York. That's all I'm saying. So
And we found ourselves in Jersey.
that wrong turn, man, it just took us the wrong way.
Crazy how it is. You make too many rights, you're in Jersey.
Well, hey, it's a good town though. Union County was really nice. The crowd enjoyed it, but again, things happen.
Yep.
So things definitely happen. But again, I can imagine that's been one constant for you as well. I can imagine next year the goal as even getting out of just getting to bigger places. I can imagine getting out more of the tri-state is another goal for you next year. Of
Yeah,
making that mark on other states and getting out of the local area.
of course, of course. That's always the goal. And I've had a few opportunities to do that this year as well. And I want to continue doing that and going more places and traveling more and doing all that. And that's what's going to happen.
There you go. Well, I know there's a few that have been teasing it. They want to face you. Is there anyone that you want to face that you want to throw out there?
Nah, they're all bums. I don't. No, I mean, this. Listen, I get this question a lot, and it's really no disrespect to anybody. If I say one name, I'm gonna end up forgetting somebody that I do really want to be in the ring with, and so I don't. You know, the way I see it is that I want to fight everybody, whoever, especially people I've never been in a singles match with, and that's how it is. We've had a few people this year. I wrestled Nikolai White, so that happened. There's a few guys, let's say just in project, like De Niro, that I've never had a singles match against. There's, we talk about Black G's, you know, Desmond Cole, um, Ty, like Percy Ryan, even though he's in my stable, but some friendly competition. There's a lot of people, and I just named a few,
And now
and I
someone
know
else is going to get offended.
get people, you know. But there's a lot of people, and I really am open to wrestling just about anybody because that kind of stuff kind of really intrigues me and really gets me out of bed in the morning.
There you go. I have to ask the question because again, everyone wants to hear who you would want to face. It's always the common question for podcasts. It's like, well, who does he want to face? Because everyone throws your name on there for hey, they know when they make their list, that's one of the go-to names is Anthony Gangone. But here we go. We got Weston. They would love to see you face Alec Price. There you
Oh,
go. That's another one of those hungry names that's been making their ways, especially in the Beyond area and that scene.
definitely, definitely, and yeah, I mean, he had a real breakout. He had a real break. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Nikolai White, stop that shit, man. He had a real, I don't want to say breakout year because he's been doing this. Even last year was a great year for him. But he's out there being hungry, being loud, but kind of backing it up too. So yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think that would be an incredible match.
There we go. We got someone else now throwing your name in there. Chris Barton says he'll love to get back in the ring with you.
All right, so book that then. On it,
Hey,
then.
this is true. That could happen at IFC.
No,
There's a show coming up.
listen, Chris Barton. We've only had one singles match together during the pandemic era, and we beat the hell out of each other in the woods, like two real fucking men out there in the woods just beating each other up. Uh, Even he tried to burn me, or I tried to burn him with fire too. I was
Yeah,
wearing my
it was that
baseball.
gear.
Yeah, but no, I do. I think that a match like that should be happen again in front of people this time. Not saying we still went out there and killed each other, but I think it'd be a lot different too to do it in front of a crowd and get that reaction and get that energy from them. So absolutely, Chris Barnes another one, and he's a big dude. He can throw me around a little bit, and maybe I'll surprise him, and I'll throw him around too. You know.
There you go. Well, Chris is saying now it was a cold day. So hey, that works. That's why he was trying to put you on fire, Chris. He was trying to help out. He was trying to make sure you stay warm.
Jackson me in the Pepsi. Whatever that was, it a Pepsi commercial? I don't know.
Yep, it was a Pepsi. I feel like this is where we lose some of the fan base. They're like, what commercial?
Yeah,
This is where
that
they're
was
like,
my time. By the way, I wasn't even born, so
yeah, yeah. But hey, someone's gonna get the reference hopefully in the chat. But there you go, guys. But see again, this is what we wanted to hear though. We got a bunch of people now that are going to throw their names because they feel left out. Everyone wants to say they want to face you. So
Yeah,
2023 though, opportunities could happen. You never
yeah,
know. So well, there's one name I would love to see, and again, even though we did ride with him on Saturday, I would love to see you and Big Game Leroy go at it again.
yeah.
Especially with how both of you have grown as not only in ring competitors, as characters. I would love to see what the new versions of each of you would do in a squared circle once again.
Yeah. I mean, we another guy I faced during the pandemic era, and it was one of the that was kind of going to be the start off to me and Jimmy Rave having a little feud there too, and Leroy was kind of the catalyst for all that. And yeah, I would love to wrestle him in front of a crowd, and not during the pandemic era. And Leroy says this openly, so this isn't just me saying it, but yeah, he feels that I had a hand in his training or his mindset when it comes to wrestling. Myself and Mark Quinn, and I'm sure a whole bunch of other people, and that would be a very interesting match. And I know he's doing big things in Invictus. Maybe I need to start knocking on that door. Maybe that's where it could happen, or anywhere else. But maybe I should start knocking on that door.
Hey, there you go. That could also happen. That's where he's been making definitely a big name. So who knows? Again, 2023, anything could happen. So that's always the best way to look at it there. So oh, are we good? Can you hear
Is
me?
Yeah. Is someone trying
Okay.
to get in here again?
No, it was loading me. I
Uh,
hope everyone can. If you guys can hear us, please let us know because it was making the page load for some reason. You gotta love technical difficulties, folks. So this is how we celebrate 100 episodes. We have technical difficulties for some reason.
500 episodes, you would have understood how to do this by now, Ray.
I thought I did. I
Uh,
thought I did, but hey, it's still working. So let's keep it going before this, I guess, shuts down on us. But again, we've gone through that. We've gone through the innovation. We've gone through the characters. We've gone through all that. So I have to ask you though, when it comes to especially for you, a lot of things we see when you're in that ring though, is you love hearing the crowd involvement. You love hearing the crowd reaction. Why is that for you? It's so important to not only have what you're doing in the ring, but have that involvement from the crowd.
I mean, it's the most important thing in a match. If we're gonna put go behind the scenes a little bit, those people are people that pay to see us. Those are the people that take their hard-earned money and they come out and they Uber or they carpool or they walk or they take the train or the bus to come see us wrestle. They're the most important thing. Their opinion is the most important thing, and that's our job, is to go out there. And not every crowd is going to react. Some crowds are going to be on their feet and doing this. Some crowds are going to be very respectful and do the golf clap and all that. But that's the most important. I think we lost Ray. I don't know where we are. How do we lose the host in all this? But I'm your new host now, and uh, so yeah, we
There we
lost you.
go. Am I bad?
I hear you.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
Are we good? Okay.
yeah. I'm the new host now. Welcome to Respect Craft, Ray. What does the craft mean to you?
See, this is what happens. 100 episodes. That's it. He's
I'm,
replacing me now, folks.
I'm taking over.
See, this is
This
what he does.
big boys play.
But we're back on. I guess let's keep it going. We're back on that. We're back on the crowd reaction. So that importance for you.
Yeah, it's the most important thing. They spend their hard-earned money to see us wrestle. Their opinion means the most. Every wrestling company, every single one, should know that their fans is the most important thing. And should be nobody else. Shouldn't be the wrestlers. Shouldn't be your own personal opinions, your ego. That crowd is the most important thing, and it's a real really something special when you get the crowd to react how you'd like them to, and it really helps the match a lot.
Definitely. And again, you see it. You love to see, especially like even now with what I've been doing commentary wise, you always love to hear that crowd react. You love to hear the roar of the crowd. It just makes everything flow even better, I feel like now.
Oh, it's back to you, huh? You
Well,
gotta talk about yourself again.
it's my show here.
Oh,
A
now it's
hundred.
your show.
Oh, wait, no, you're the host now, so it's your show.
Yeah, you're in the other box now.
Wait, well, I could just do this. Hold on. We
Oh,
could switch. There you go.
you switched it up on me now.
That's my show again.
Unbelievable.
Hey, 100 episodes in, I had to do it to someone. It's my show, man. But no, definitely. And I feel like that's what I love. Like even seeing the comments earlier from Kyle and West, seeing that fan involvement, seeing that genuine love for the business and the things that we do. It's always amazing to see that true support because it definitely does help. It makes this all worth it. I feel like.
Yeah,
So
oh, no, absolutely. And, we sometimes lose sight of that. We sometimes think our opinions are more important. At the end of the day, it's all about the fans. Whether you want to think about that in an artistic way, in a business way, whatever way you want to think about it. We're all here to have, basically mass appeal to get people to like what we do so that they pay to come see us. And a lot of us love our fans for that. We love that, you know, they support us in any way, whether it's verbally, financially, whatever the case is. It really helps out a lot of wrestlers and my peers and all that. So, the fans are vital to all this. If there's no fans, we were just lived through the pandemic era. They're a big gaping hole, and if they're not involved.
definitely, definitely so. And here we go. Now that pictures are working again, for some reason they weren't working a second ago either. I wanted to show this because not only was Big Gay Leroy someone I would love to see you face in there. How about our good buddy Doctor Redacted? Let's see a battle of the doctors go in there once.
Absolutely, and it has to take place at a hospital. We gotta have our staff with us. We gotta be surrounded by nurses and technicians, and we gotta do this shit, man. And yeah, Doctor Redacted, insane person, a truly insane person, and I love it. I love that he's insane. I love what he puts his body through. He's just, he's not just a death match guy, but he does that well as well, So, but he's just a great, entertaining wrestler. Whatever, a lot of people want to put wrestling in a box. That's another aspect of wrestling, but I've also seen him do it without him bleeding and trash cans and all that stuff. So, yeah, absolutely would love to have that match as well.
Definitely. Hey, would you step into that realm though once again? Because you've done it once. You've done the
Yeah,
death match.
I mean, I did it with the king of that stuff right
Yeah,
now, in Matt Tremont. So absolutely, everything's a challenge. Whether it's no ring, whatever. I want to be the best at it. So that's another situation that I'm definitely open to.
there you go. Hey, again, you've done the no ring as well. You did it against someone you know very well in Valentina the last time you were in a no ring situation. So you're just adapting to everything, whatever
Yeah,
they put you in.
millions of views, by the way. Right,
Yeah.
millions. They love us in Asia.
Is that where the demographic is highest for some reason?
Apparently, but
Well, hey, shout
yeah,
out to all our fans in Asia. Thank you. Well, there you go. But again, this is why people love to see you. Again, you're adaptable no matter what the circumstance is, who the opponent is. Even if there's ring, no ring, a ring on fire for some reason, no ropes, everything in there, you're able to make the best of the scenario and a good percent of the time come out on top.
yeah,
So
yeah, you're right. And it's yeah. I mean, I've had a unique life.
definitely.
I've had a unique life.
Definitely. Hey, it's been a good one though. It's been a good one and it continues.
Wait, okay, good, because I was.
Well, the way you phrased it, it was like.
I was only the host for like a minute, right?
Oh, well, here we go. We got Titans boss man now coming in. We got Billy saying hello, Mr. Champion.
What's up, Billy? You know, the leader of Titan. I have a lot of respect for Billy. We do have to talk about what happened at Titan, though. At the project, how our team imploded. Very disappointing. You know, we definitely have to talk about that. You know, but my eyes, like I said, right now, that's maybe on the back burner. You know, with the attack on Merc, with the team imploding, with Ray just walking out on us. Not you, Ray. Ray
I was gonna
Kalik.
say I was in the commentary booth.
But on Rick Recon, you know, Rick Recon has talked a lot of trash about me in many ways, and it's not like I haven't heard about it. So, like I told Rick Recon in person, you know, in front of that crowd, you know, even on my worst day, he couldn't lace up my boots. And if I have to not be humble for once and prove to him that I'm better than him and embarrass him, then that's what I'm gonna do, because Rick Recon needs to learn a lesson, and I'm just the guy to do it.
All right, there you go. And again, guys, that will be kicking off the new year, January the 14th, TCW's third year anniversary. You'll see these two go head to head for that very TCW Heavyweight Championship. It will be Dr. Sleep, Anthony Gangone versus Rick Recon. Get your tickets now for Monsoon. But Ant, before I let you go, because again, I know you're a very busy guy, I got to ask you the final question to ask everyone that comes on, and that is for Anthony Gangone, what is the end goal?
Well, the end goal, Raymundo, is you're gonna have to wait and see.
There you go. To be determined, guys.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, and that's what you always want to hear. You got to wait and see, everyone. But
Yeah.
while you wait and see, to be able to see what everything's going on with all things Anthony Gangone, go follow him on his social medias right there. Go follow on his Twitter at Anthony Gangone. Go follow him on his Instagram, Anthony Gangone _. Links will also be in the description down below. Also, go give us a follow if you like all things horror and legacy and sequels. Go follow us on our podcast, the Legacy Sequel Podcast, which an episode hopefully should be coming out in the near future, in the next few days. So definitely stay tuned to that. But Ant, thank you so much for joining me here for episode 100. It's been a blast. It's been some technical difficulties, but we got through it. We got to 100. It's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, and thank you for giving me the hosting duties, and we'll all see you for episode 101 with your host, Anthony Gangone, and Respect the Craft. Follow Ray on all over social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all over. He's going to tag you in 10,000 things, so don't worry about it. But yeah, thank you for joining us for Respect the Craft. I am your host, Anthony Gangone, and to another 100 episodes. We will get there. We will have a good time doing it. We're gonna promote a whole bunch of things. We're gonna do a whole lot of big things. We're gonna go deep into the internet. We're gonna do all the way to the moon, all the way to the sun, all the way to Jupiter and Pluto, if that's still a planet. I don't know. We're gonna do big things. So Ray, thank you for joining us. We hope that you respect the craft. We hope that you have better answers for the craft, and have a good night.
There you have it, everyone. Thank you all for joining us once again here. This was episode 100, but a better way to thank everyone. Again, thank you all for getting us to 100 episodes. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for always liking, comment, sharing, all that good stuff for the social aspect of things. And thank you so much for joining us here for episode 100. And everyone watching, we'll see you guys on the next one. As always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, respect the craft, and we'll see you on the next one.
I don't know why you're saying that. I'm the host. The new
hopefully,
host.
hopefully I'll be the host on the next episode, guys.
Get out of here.